Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a update on our frozen embryo transfer. First off, if you think I look exhausted, it's because number one, I am. I haven't been sleeping well at all. Just the anxiety over everything has been keeping me up, and even on a good day I can't shut my brain off to stop thinking about everything, so sleeping has never really been my strong suit. And number two, I've been a little bit emotional today and the past few days, just with the estrase, the estrogen that I'm taking, making me a little more emotional. And then we didn't get the best news today as far as our transfer goes. So I've had a few tears over that. So that's why I kind of look like crap, if you're wondering. So today I had my ultrasound to check for the thickness of my lining. And I've been taking Superfax, so the nasal spray, to suppress my system to make sure that I don't ovulate so that they can control all of my hormones. I've been taking that since before Christmas, so about 4 weeks now. And I added in estrase, which are estrogen pills, 15 days ago. And that's supposed to help thicken your lining. So today at the ultrasound, what we needed was for my lining to be 7 millimeters or more for us to go ahead with the transfer, which was supposed to mean tomorrow I would start progesterone and a few other meds, and that transfer would have been in 6 days. So it would have been on January 23rd. Unfortunately, my lining, my body's not cooperating, and my lining was only at 4 millimeters today. So the estrogen isn't working the way it should be working. So I had a lot of anxiety and stress around that, waiting for them to call to find out if my cycle would be canceled or what the plan would be. So they did call, and what we're going to do is up my dose of estrogen for 1 week. So instead of having a transfer next week, I'll have a repeat ultrasound. So we're now set back a minimum of 1 week. And I know 1 week doesn't seem like a lot, but when you've been going through this for 4 years, 1 week seems like an eternity, especially when you've had a date to look forward to and kind of finally have some hope, and then it's just another setback. It just seems like it's one setback after another, and so I'm struggling a little bit today just with all of that. I just feel like we're so close, yet we're so very far. Even once, we have this transfer, at some point in time, there's still 9 months of pregnancy, and trying to get through that without having placenta accreta, without losing my uterus, without everything else that can go wrong, going wrong. And for us, and for me, everything that could go wrong pretty much always does. So it's just a really long road looking ahead right now. And I'm sure tomorrow, once I actually get some sleep, hopefully tonight, and let it sink in a little bit, I'll feel a little bit better. But today I'm just mad, sad, angry, upset as to why, for one, something can't just go right the way that we, are hoping. It's just really frustrating. So the good news, trying to see the positive in it, the good news is that they could have completely canceled my cycle and said, okay, your lining's not thick enough, we're canceling it. And they didn't do that. We're just staying on the meds for another week, hoping that my lining will build up enough over the next week that we can go ahead and just be a week behind. Because with the frozen embryo transfer, I'm doing a medicated cycle. That's what my clinic does, not a natural cycle. And with a medicated cycle, it's a really long process. It's not like, oh, we'll just try again next cycle. I would have to wait a few weeks for my next cycle to start. Then I would have to wait until day 21 to start Superfact, and then it would be about 5 weeks after that when the actual transfer would happen, after you add in the estrogen and all of that. So you're looking at probably a minimum of 2.5 to 3 months between each, canceled cycle or miscarriage or cycle not working. Like if we did a transfer and I just didn't get pregnant, it would be the same thing. You would be waiting another 2.5 months. So I'm just really hoping that the increase in estrogen helps with my lining, and that when we go next Tuesday, everything will be good and we'll just be a week behind, but good to go, and then it's not canceled. Because if it's canceled, we're looking at transfer not being until end of March, probably, if not April. And right now, I just don't know how to get through another 3 months of dealing with this and waiting. It's hard sometimes not to just think that we should give up. I try to stay positive, and I guess what's going to keep me going right now is knowing that we've gotten this far and that we have 4 healthy embryos waiting for us, and those are our babies and they're there. We just need my body to cooperate. So I know they're counting on me, they need me, and so we can't give up now. But some days, especially with all these hormones that they're pumping into me, makes it a little harder than others to stay positive. So anyways, that's my update. So instead of a transfer next week, we are staying on meds, upping the dose, and having another ultrasound a week from today, which means hopefully everything will catch up by then, so that we can go ahead with the transfer. All right, so I will update, I guess, again next Tuesday after my ultrasound. Please send, all the good vibes and sticky baby dust and all that good stuff my way. And let's hope that next week goes better than today did. So thanks for checking in and for all the wonderful comments and people who have been asking how things are going. I know it's been a while since I updated, so I wanted to make sure you knew where we were at. So thanks again, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.